We're gonna get to a little outside area here, though. This is something that's new to these games, too. Little things in between the dungeon floors, which is kind of nice. Break things up a bit. Investigate the sparkling objects, and something may happen. In this case, I may knock over a freaking tree with a headbutt, because I'm awesome like that, apparently. At least we can get across now. Though I do have a splitting headache at the moment. It'll pass. If I or Oshawott get defeated, we won't be able to continue the adventure, so I have to be careful. It's just as important that we both stay alive. If I get into a situation where I am defeated, I may end up losing some of my items. Okay, I heard that you didn't lose items when you fainted anymore, so maybe that was not true. Maybe I read lies. Although I think I did notice in the main menu down here, let's see. There's a lot of stuff here. Give up. That section lets you basically take a fail on the dungeon automatically, and I used that once in the demo, like off-camera, just to see what it would do. And I didn't lose any items when I did it, so I don't know if you always keep your items when you give up, but it seems like that's a way you can, if you're about to, like, get defeated, it looks like you can give up to hopefully keep all your stuff intact. While I'm in here, let's mess with the options here. I'm probably gonna just leave this on the default, because I like blue. The volume levels are good. Don't need the grids on, don't need the speed up. I do want to look at far off allies, I think. Damage turn is fine. Top screen map off is good. No need to skip effects. I guess that's it, really. Alright. Items. Just have a few Oran berries. I like how in this game I can hold 24 items off the bat, because in Explorers of Sky you could only hold one item in the first tutorial dungeon. But then you could hold a lot more after that. Anyway, I have meant to say a couple times already, just, I know, I'm covering a couple things I already covered before, just for people who didn't see me play through the demo. If you're not familiar with the Mystery Dungeon games in Pokemon, something you'll see as we go along, I think, is that... Oh no, I'm close to fainting! This never happened in the demo, by the way. If you don't have an Oran Berry, hang out behind your party members and let them take care of enemies. Yes, that is good advice, and I'll actually do that right here. Because even though I have Oran Berries, I like to conserve things when I can help it. Stop missing. Oh, yes, okay. Good tactic with partners. You can tell them not to use certain moves, so I'm just going to turn off Tail Whip, because that is not helpful at all. And then Oshawott will actually take care of the enemy there. Now, I've been meaning to say that something you'll notice as we go along, I think, is that the Mystery Dungeon games are a lot bigger on plot than your typical Pokemon games were. I mean, like, as of the very most recent couple games, like Black and White and Black and White 2, the main series of Pokemon games is starting to develop more of a plot line now, but it never used to be really a big part of the games, to be honest. But it was with the Mystery Dungeon games, which is something I've always liked about them a lot. And, like, you can learn more about the game rules by browsing the other section and looking at tutorial stuff. I don't care. I just want to defeat things and move on, but there's a little bit of this floor I haven't explored yet, so I'm gonna go back and look at it, because it's generally a good idea if you're not hurting too badly to explore as much as you can, so you don't miss out on any, like, items or money, or even just experience points. But that was just a dead end, so I wasn't missing much. As we get... I'm sure at the start of the game a lot of this is just gonna be pretty lighthearted and kind of silly, but if it's anything like the last couple games, especially the previous one, Explorers of Sky, you will find that it knows how to work in some actual serious and possibly even dark moments here and there where it's needed to keep things engaging, so it's not all gonna be like fluffy rainbows and stuff. Which is another reason I like these games.
Alright, we finally made it to the other side! We're almost there now. Let's give it our all.
Yeah, let's go! But there's not much more to do, because we're actually at the end of the dungeon, so we can just go ahead and move on now. No boss, no nothing. Those will come later, I'm sure. I successfully made it through the Ragged Mountain Eastern entrance. Oh yeah! Would I like to save my game? Yeah, sure, let's go ahead and save. We're almost through the prologue here, just gonna be a bit of story scenes, and that'll be it.
Ah, you did it. I'm finally here. I finally made it. I couldn't have done it without you, Galuf. I really owe you one. Now I've gotta hurry. I'm pretty sure the letter said it was this way.
The letter, you say? I guess we'll see what this letter is about soon enough. Place seems pretty desolate, though still very bright and colorful. For a desert.
Thank goodness, you're still here. Phew.
I'm Quagsire. I'm the one who, manages the land around here. Is it you, then? You're, Oshawott?
Yep, that's me.
I thought so. Thanks for coming so far, It seems that waiting here was, worth it after all. I've just been standing around here by myself, But it was so boring that I was, thinking of heading home soon. But now that you're here... Are you really sure about this? It's really, desolate, and there's nothing here. And worst of all, the mystery dungeons are really taking over in this area. You can't count on anything going as expected in this kind of place.
I know. That's exactly what I'm hoping for, in fact. I brought the Poké with me.
You're sure you won't regret this? Then here you go. Your, deed. Oshawott bought the land from Quagsire! Hey, I know a landowner now. This land now belongs to you, You can, do whatever you'd like with it. Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah! Alright! From this day forth, this is gonna be my paradise! Sorry for getting all worked up by myself. You remember how I said I want to learn all kinds of things and see all kinds of things? To be an adventurer, right? This right here is the starting point for making all that come true. My dream is to make a paradise for us all. A Pokemon paradise.
A Pokemon paradise?
Yeah. I'm gonna make this the kind of paradise you could only dream about. The mystery dungeons are spreading around here. You never know what might happen on land like this. There are a lot of Pokemon who hate that kind of uncertainty. But to me, it just means an exciting adventure could sprout up at any moment. I'm going to have all kinds of adventures and find lots of other Pokemon like me.
And I realize he said any time, but yeah, my brain sometimes. You'll have to bear with me.
And then when we work hard together, we'll be able to live the kind of life that'll really make you feel alive. A real paradise. That's my dream. I've been saving up all my Poké just for that, and now I've found the perfect land. Well, really it's more like everywhere else was just too expensive, so I didn't really have much of a choice. But this is going to be the start of all my dreams.
Wow, so Oshawott has those kinds of big dreams, huh? It sure is nice to have a dream. Just hearing him talk about it is enough to make me excited too.
So Galuf, what are you going to do now? Do you have somewhere to go?
Not really.
Listen, if you don't have anywhere to go, why not consider helping me out? How about you help me make my paradise, Galuf?
What?
There's no way I can do it all by myself, so I've been planning to get more Pokemon to join me over time anyway. What do you think, Galuf? Will you help me out?
What should I do? I'm still kind of worried about that cry for help that I heard, but it's not like I have any more clues about what it meant now. And I don't have anywhere else to go. So then, maybe I really should just stay with Oshawott for the time being. And if I'm lucky, maybe along the way, I'll figure out what it is I should do. Alright.
Really? You're really gonna help me out? Yes! Thanks, Galuf! We're gonna be great friends. We'll be a great team. So, Galuf, now that we're officially friends and all, if you want to give me a nickname, well, that would be okay. What do you think? You got something?
Yeah, I've got something after the demo. I'm not great at coming up with nicknames, as you'll see from my very unoriginal one, so his name is Oshawott, right? I'm going to name him... Water. Now, I was debating on this a bit. I had another nickname suggested, Watt, and I was kind of playing around with it in my head, trying to think which one I wanted to do, and it's like, Water is kind of the more cutesy, endearing one, and Watt is one that's... what I liked about Watt is that it's actually more of a proper name, and could be taken slightly more seriously. But at the end of the day, I just had to decide which one I I realized that if I was playing this on my own, not for the LP, I would have gone with Water, so that's what I'm gonna go with for the LP too, because, again, this is supposed to be about putting my own enjoyment of the game first over, anything else. Even though I do want this to be entertaining to people, but I have to not focus on that too much, because I tended to focus on that too much when I do LPs normally, and it tends to ruin it for me. I hit major burnout for a while, and I'd like to actually get back into LPing, so I'd like to make it more enjoyable for myself so I can actually do stuff more often without feeling weird and stressed about it. Oh, also, when I was thinking about which name to use, one odd little thing kind of popped into my head out of nowhere, and that kind of tipped the scales too.
Water! Dance, Water, dance!
So yeah, if you're facepalming really hard right now, I apologize, but now that I've got that out of my system, my partner's name shall be Water.
Water? Alright then, Water it is. Call me Water from now on. That's it, I'm gonna have everyone else call me that from now on too.
Glad to see you like your nickname.
I'm definitely gonna make my dreams come true. Just you watch. Hee 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 hee.
Sheesh. When Water acts that happy, I can't help feeling like I made the right choice. But still, I can't believe I got turned into an actual Pokemon. It all started when I heard that voice in my dream. And the next thing I noticed, my body had been transformed. That's right. I wonder if that poor Pokemon I heard is alright. How could I forget her? I've gotta help her somehow. But how? All I have now are questions without answers. I don't even know for sure if I came to this world to save that Pokemon. And besides, staying here with Water, that sure seems like it will lead to a lot of adventures. I feel like something great is waiting in store for me.
Galuf, let's do our best together. I know there's nothing here now, but this is it. This is the place. This is going to be our paradise!